time about there being a translation at the bottom of in the text. I think that looks like Anvaya.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bahunam Prathama Amy, Bahunam Madhyama Amy.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Yeah, that looks like Anvaya.
No, that is Anvaya. In fact, that is Anvaya. And
Okay.
so those who are not following that book.
Oh, okay.
Is there anybody who's not following the PDF? Okay, that's good. So I think what we'll do is, yeah, let me think it over. But yeah, thanks for the reminder. Yeah. Mahesh.
Jagamaji, one quick question. We are learning this Kathopanishad. There are several Upanishads. Is there a sequence or an order in which they are to be learned?
Yeah, there is no hard and fast sequence, but we can say some of the simpler Upanishads to study are Mundaka and Kathopanishad, and the most advanced would be Mandukya. So there is a sequence, and then Isha Kena. Kena comes a little later. Kena is a bit cryptic, and so Kena and Mandukya will come later. Okay, and then so everything else comes in between, depending on the teacher's choice. Yeah.
Another question is, just like we explained Upanishad, is there an explanation for Nachiket?
So last time I gave a homework to our class. I said some of you can do your research and look up Google and find out in that Sanskrit, that kosha.today, you can find the answer, I said. And so my question is, did anybody do that?
I don't know.
So it looks like you want to give me the homework. Everybody wants me to do the work. I can do. If you want me to, I'll do. But I thought this will be a good homework for you, so you can learn.
Which book is this, Jagamaji?
This is not a book. Nachiketa, you have to look up. You have to look up. You'll have to see that dictionary and see if that dictionary is listed in that online Sanskrit.kosha.today, I think. Correct. There may be other online dictionaries, but there, if you go Sanskrit.kosha, I think that is the website. Let me look.
Okay.
See, some of these sites are always open.
Kosha.sanskrit.today.
Oh yeah, kosha.sanskrit.today. That's it. So keep that as a reference. Whenever you find a doubt, you can look that up, and it will list various dictionaries. Apte's dictionary will be there, and then this Vachaspatyam and Kalpadruma will be there. They are very important. Dhatu Kosha might be there, not Dhatu Kosha, but Amara Kosha will be there. So synonyms of the words will be there, things like that. So it's a very good. What they used to memorize those days and keep stacks of books at home, today we are just within seconds we are going online and getting the answer. Really, very amazing it is. Yeah, Kavita.
Just one.
Yes. Yeah, Kavita, go ahead.
Yes. Wanted to ask from verse number 3.
Oh, Chandana was spotlighted. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Ananda namate lokaha. This wanted to understand this word Ananda, because Ananda is that what we are searching, looking for.
Right.
And this is what is this Ananda?
Yeah, Ananda is a Chandasa Prayoga, number one. Means it's a Vedic usage. It has to be converted to the usage that you and I understand, and it is there in the grammar. And so Shankara helps us by saying Anandaha is Ananandaha. Ananandaha. Then we can ask the question, what is Ananandaha? We understand Anandaha, and then we understand Anandaha. So Anandaha is, and then Anandaha na vidyate yasmin iti Ananandaha. That in which there is no Ananda is called Ananandaha. Te Ananandaha, te lokaha, Ananandaha, lokaha, asukaha, lokaha.
So which loka is that? This loka? or some other loka?
It depends on anybody, right?
Okay.
So, but Nachiketa is thinking that father is going to that kind of loka. He's going to go. That means the Nachiketa does not think that that loka in which this yaga is being done, let's assume Bhuloka, is not Anandaha Lokaha.
Okay.
Correct?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Chandana can come.
In Shloka 10, you said that Nichiketa was given away. But is it not that that he is been sent away? Like father angrily sends him away, not he's happily giving him away.
So what? So the question is, he was sent away angrily.
Angrily,
Is what
yes.
your point? Yeah.
Mm.
He was given away. He was given away, and yeah, sent away. Whatever word you want to use is fine. He was asked to leave.
Asked to leave.
Now you're supposed to go to Yamaloka. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sure.
So maybe not disowned, and a father will not disown a son, not disown, but yeah, get out of here. Go see
Okay.
him.
Okay.
Father may not have meant it also. Obviously, father should not have meant it, because that's why we have to be careful what words we assimilate, and then getting angry and all these things. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, who else would like to ask questions? 7. Okay, Satya Chilikuri says Nachiketa meant fire. Fire. Okay. That's interesting. Mahesh, yes,
I think that probably comes from Yama calling the Agni Nachiketa, right?
oh, correct. So no, that's not, in that case,
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
not
what
the
we're
meaning.
looking for. That's not what we're looking for. Agni happens to be called as Nachiketa. Mahesh ji says natural intelligence. Meera Narayan says instinct. Okay.
There is a spoken Sanskrit, not Chikedi, it says, control, monitor, to be intent upon, fix gaze upon, and all. Na Chikedi it comes? No.
No, I need to look up.
Agree.
So it's not, it has more fragments than I think. I want to guess right now.
Guruji,
Yeah.
Sanskrit English Dictionary of Apte, it says an epithet of Agni. Epithet is an adjective or a phrase that is used to describe somebody, something's character or most important quality, especially in order to say something good or bad about somebody, something. So it says an epithet of Agni is Nachiketas.
Epithet means a name for Agni. Okay. So yeah, we have to see the
After dictionary.
Vyutpatti. I'm more interested in the Vyutpatti now. So obviously he's saying that when you want to refer to somebody's good qualities, then you refer to that person as an Nachiketa. That's what I think you read just now.
Yeah, Nachir is to see.
Huh?
Nachir is to see. Nachira means to see.
Okay.
So it's that nung, the technical term for the negative particle.
Okay. So we'll take it offline. We'll take it after the class and see how it works.
I have one question. The Mangala Charanam, where is it? I cannot see it anywhere.
So which book are you looking at?
I have the PDF, and the books that I have doesn't have Mangala Charanam. I don't have it
in the beginning.
So this PDF, if you look at
It's on page 2.
the Gita Press book. Gita Press book, right on top of page 12. Huh?
I don't have Gita Press.
Oh,
Okay, it's on page 2.
In the PDF that
Page 2.
Guruji sent, the notes where you can make, it's the first line on page 2.
Page 2, yeah.
Oh, okay. Dhanyavada. Thank you.
Mm.
Can I? One
Mm.
more doubt.
Please, please.
In verse number 4, we read, it's there, Sa Ha Uvacha. Ha. What is the meaning of this? And do we pronounce it when we read verse? Sa Uvacha, Sa Ha Uvacha.
Yeah, Sahovacha. Sahovacha. Sahovacha Pitaram. That is how we chant it. Because her is a word, it's a abhyayam, so it's a indeclinable. It can mean several things. And here it means, as the story goes, as we all know, indeed, okay, like that.
Mhm. Indeed.
That's well. As you know very well, they say, and they say, as you know very well, as we all know well, indeed. So therefore, the meaning of her must be interpreted based on context. Looking at the dictionary, you will get many meanings, and so we have the right to interpret that. Yeah. All right. So we'll stop with that. So today was the class progressing okay? Was everybody understood everything I said, and flow of Sanskrit was all okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guruji, the class was very good, and you make the sequencing of ideas so easy to follow. So between the Sanskrit and the English, you provide the necessary connection. So I found it very interesting and very satisfying and gratifying to be in your class.
Thank you. And so you have some background in Sanskrit also, Premaji?
Yes, to some extent, but I'm not very good in grammar. But somebody, I think it was Vijayji who gave me connect with Meera Narayanan. And maybe I will check with her, and she might give me some tools on how to work at it a little better.
Sure, sure.
But I do understand, I don't know how, but I do understand the words, but I would not be able to grammatically restore the order.
Right.
So
right.
that's where I am at.
Right, right. Sure. So you are from Canada, you said last time.
Yes, I'm from Montreal, Canada.
Montreal, okay.
But I'm originally from Kerala.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you do now?
I'm retired.
Okay.
I was a children's librarian by profession. A
Sorry?
children's librarian and educator of special needs children.
I
And
see.
now I'm retired and doing the studies intently, and I like it. And it's very, very, very satisfying when you're so far away from home to be able to receive these teachings.
So have you studied Bhagavad Gita or any other text like that before?
Yes, I did. I did it. But I started when I was a teenager with Swami Ranganathan and the Ramakrishna order of monks. And but when we finished about 4 chapters, I got married and was shunted to Canada. And in Canada, I had the good fortune a couple of years ago to study with Dr. Shukavanam from Chennai. And he taught the Bhagavad Gita for 2.5 years. So I got a better background because of that. Otherwise, it was scattered information here and there.
Yeah.
Small discourses, things like that.
Okay. Good, good, good. Thank you for joining us. How did you hear about this?
Actually, Ramuji shared this information with Hariji.
Yeah.
Hariji shared it with me.
Yeah.
And I listened to the first introductory talk that you had given, and I was hooked.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for joining.
Thank
Very
you.
good. Anybody else in the group here who has not introduced themselves? New ones, new people. Okay, so maybe we can introduce a couple of our past students. Vijay Menon, go ahead.
Namaste, everyone. Yeah, my name is Vijay. I've been Guruji's student for almost more than 2.5 years now. So Bhagavad Gita, that's where we started. At least I started my journey with Guruji. And yeah, for the last few years, there's been an inner calling to get into spirituality. So far, no exposure to it. Though I have been with Art of Living for almost 20 years now. But really Vedic scriptures and all I got introduced through Guruji only. So happy to be a part of this group and looking forward to this beautiful journey of Upanishads. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay. Vijay helps a lot with a lot of the background administrative work, all the technology work, etc. Thanks, Vijay. Swapna.
Namaste. I'm Swapna. Been with, I don't know how to say this. Pujya Swamiji came into my life through my mother, who was his student. So I was very young, 9 years, 10 years, I guess. So this knowledge has been around me, but I never sought any deep interest. But then I think prarabdha or whatever, the pull is strong. So finally, I am seriously pursuing. And thanks to Guruji and Jayakumar ji is how we started to know each other. But now he is, of course, my guru. And so friend, guru, guide, and really enjoying this the classes, and very happy to be among all of you. A great group of people, and it is so nice. The satsang is so good. So dhanyawada to everybody, and thank you, Guruji. Yes.
Yeah, we know Swapna and Harish from long ago, 2000, I think, and or maybe not 2000, 2004. Maybe at that time.
2006, when Swamiji came.
2006, that's when Swamiji came, correct. Yeah, 2006. And so we've been doing a lot of Seva projects since then. And we've studied together, we studied Bhagavad Gita and so forth. And even now classes are going on where she is from Houston, Texas, USA. Okay, Bhagya.
I already introduced myself, Jayakumar ji, last time.
Okay, sorry. Okay, all right. So Chandana introduced herself. I know that. Manjula, Dr. Manjula Shivshankar.
I also must have introduced myself.
In this class, you did. In this class or a Bhagavad Gita class?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Has been going on. Okay. I am a gynecologist by profession. I have 2 daughters, but coming to Bhagavad Gita classes again, on and off, I used to run from the hospital to attend the class. That is 10, 15 years ago. So 1 hour session, then run back for work. Like this running I did for a long time. Even now I am doing the same thing because the classes are in the morning, I'm happy. Otherwise, it's again running. So I don't do the swadhyaya. There is no hope at all. Again, I'm constantly against the waves. I don't know how to manage the profession, the children, the house. Still jugglery. But I'm happy at least now 1 hour I sit and listen to you, Jayakumarji. I have done my Vedanta 3-year online courses with Swami Patswati. That was the eye opener. From then there is no returning back. And Narayanji introduced me to you 1.5 years ago. It's a wonderful journey. I enjoy myself in this time. That's it. Again, I'm back in samsara.
Manjulaji, I was with Swami Parthasarathi for 3 years during 2003,
Yes.
2006.
Oh, I heard that, but because of my age, I couldn't stay in the ashram, so I had to take the online course. Ramaji.
Good.
Thank you, Manjula.
Even Manoli is doing online. We
Yeah,
were
yeah.
with Mr. Ishwaran. He is the student of Swamiji. Mr. Ishwaran, he teaches now in
Bangalore.
Bangalore.
So you are in Bangalore?
Yes, yes. I am in Bangalore.
Yeah. Very good. Very nice.
So thank you all. Thank you all
So
for
you
having
might be
me with
aware
you.
of Dr. Hegde, Timmappa Hegde.
Yeah, yeah.
Professional from Bangalore.
But he is
I
conducting.
don't listen to him.
He is conducting classes, no?
No.
Online. Gita and all.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't follow him.
Okay,
Ramaji.
no problem.
Yeah, Meera and Narayanan.
Sarvebhya Namaskaraha. So we have been doing this journey with our Guruji Jaykumarji for the last 2.5 years plus. We started off with the Bhagavad Gita program, then we got into Sanskrit. Now Kathopanishad. Also Guruji has given us given me an opportunity to teach Sanskritam at the Sasyam level for others to propagate the knowledge of Sanskrit. We are based in Bangalore. I quit my professional career about 6 years back and decided to focus on Swadhyaya, self-study. So we are evergreen students now. We are constantly studying. Most of the time we are in one class or the other, either teaching or taking. So we also are yoga practitioners. So some portion of our daily time goes into our self-practice and also teaching others. This has been a wonderful journey. A lot of opportunity for us to think where are we heading and why are we heading and all that. Thank you, Guruji.
And you are doing a PhD?
I think I am doing, but my guide doesn't think so.
Oh, that's a problem.
No, and actually what happened was the whole thing has got derailed because of COVID. We lost about 2.5 years. So now I've lost focus on that actually.
Now something else is pulling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So PhD is not in my list of important things to achieve anymore.
Okay.
So I may talk to my guide and say, no, thank you, no, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, nothing wrong with that. And Meeraji?
Namaskar, Vidya. I have got an opportunity, wonderful opportunity to be with Guruji for almost more than 2 years now. And I don't know how we entered into it, and we just came to know about it and then enrolled probably few classes. I was not even serious about it. And then I don't know at what time I got hooked to it. And then it has been a wonderful journey. It was not planned as such. Everything is happening by Guru Kripa. So we are very grateful for the entire event which is happening even without planning. And everything is falling in place. That's what I feel. So this is what maybe we were deeply wanting to do. And when I see things happening, I'm very grateful for all the things which has been happening without planning. And so very clearly we come to know it as something else which is planning for us, and everything is happening. I'm so grateful to be in the company of great people who are discussing. Satsang has been so very useful, and looking forward that it will lead us in the right direction. It's already. So let us all be with Guruji, and I'm sure at some point of time we will all get that knowledge which we are all looking forward to. Thank you so much to Guruji and all of you who have been in this journey with us. And rest of the things are same as what he was discussing. We are into yoga, and we have been into it, and we had the introduction to different subjects like Patanjali Yoga Sutra, though not in detail, to some extent we were exposed to certain scriptures, Sankhya Yoga, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Narada Bhakti Sutra. So somewhere I think the interest developed there and it became more intense with Guruji. And we are very glad that we are in the company of great people here. And Satsanga will definitely lead us in the right path. And pilgrimages are happening now, which is also not planned. It's just happening. So we're very grateful.
Just came back from a 3-day trip to Kanchipuram. So people are asking us, what is there to look at Kanchipuram for 3 days? But 3 days was not enough.
Very beautiful trip. Again, Satsanga is all that matters. So you are only discussing about things which you normally don't discuss in your day-to-day life. We are always worried about what to cook, what to do, what next. But then when you are away from your home and you are going to temples, it's not only seeing the deities, you get to discuss so many things and many people are in this path. So that's the highlight of all this, trips. So I'm really looking forward, just witnessing everything is happening. So I'm very grateful.
Very good, very good. So they've been helping run Sanskrit classes. So RNG coordinated the launch of the 6 Sanskrit classes, 10 classes recently, few months ago. And so a lot of work is going on. He's coordinating a lot of work. And Meeraji likewise is also helping out. And so no wonder they are busy, and no wonder now I didn't realize this. RNG is thinking of PhDs, or if it happens, let it happen, Very interesting. Yeah.
Yes, almost let it go.
Okay.
It's not on my priority list anymore. I started in 2018. I thought I'll be able to finish it by 21, 22. I said 4-5 years I should be able to complete. Now that period is over. In fact, it started out well actually. I was pretty ahead of schedule. Then COVID happened. 2.5 years we lost. Then the priorities have changed.
So you can get something like a master's or something like that, or how is this?
I'm anyway a master's in yoga, so
you already have master's.
Yeah, I already have a master's in yoga therapy. Yeah.
Any publications possible?
No, for that I need to do at least some of the field trials. The pilot study wouldn't muster. By a publication.
Okay.
Because the sample size is too small.
Okay.
And that was anyway into clinical trials. So now maybe with my current engagement in Shastram, it may be more appropriate to get into more of Shastram. So in yoga, you have two distinct branches. One is application and one is the scriptural study. Right. So the application is what I was looking at in terms of I think I had mentioned it to you that we were looking at the impact of yoga on a particular ailment, which was diabetic neuropathy. So that's on the application portion. And maybe I could look at something in terms of the scripture, like Vivekananda Kendra Kanyakumari every year has got a conference which happens typically around December, January timeframe, where people come and talk about Shastra.
Yeah.
Shastra. So
Yeah,
maybe
one of my friends coordinates that, and he also studied at the ashram. He studied Vedanta at the ashram. I don't know if you know him. His name is this one. Anyway, it will come to me. So yeah, he invited me several times to Kanyakumari, but I have not had a chance to go there yet.
Yeah, we had been there, I think, about a couple of years back. Yeah.
Okay.
That is one more thing, Guruji, I would want to discuss. The clarity when we started yoga and when we are doing Vedanta is something different. Yoga is always you're looking for something through your practice. Now the practice, the scope of practice has changed. The practice is only to clear up the muck.
Correct.
So
yeah.
So the approach towards the practice has changed. So probably that's the reason the priority also is changing.
Correct.
You're not looking for something.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah, that means the teaching is working. That's what it means.
Yeah.
We are assimilating a portion of it.
Yeah. No, that's how it is. The exposure to Shastram does that. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Rajanji, you had raised your hand. Are you still there? Yeah.
Sarvebhyo Namaskaraha.
Yes.
Myself Rajan. I got introduced in Bhagavad Gita, but not here. I am from Puducherry, working in Aegis office as senior audit officer. Somebody mentioned about Swami Parthasarathi. When I was in Calcutta, he used to visit every December for giving lecture on one chapter of Bhagavad Gita. I used to attend. It should be, I think, for a week's duration. I used to attend. And through Mr. Arun Mahodaya, he is in Mumbai. To him, I learned Taitiri Upanishad, Shikshavalli, Brahmanandavalli, and Brihuvalli, and so many suktas from him. Rudram Chamakam, little bit of Ganapatam also I learned from him. And from one institute is there in Trivandrum. From there, I learning almost getting completed Udava Shanti Mantra. So Sanskrit, now and then I am learning, still learning only. From Bhatia Vidyaban, I started in early 90s in Delhi. Also, when I was posted there, from there also I continued. From Rashtriya Samskrita Vidyapita, now I think it's National Sanskrit University of Tirupati. From there I have done a diploma also. Now in Sasyam also I joined. Just to revise, because Sanskrit now, the practice of getting Sanskrit in our regular day-to-day life and profession we are not getting. So again and again I am revising from the basic level. So, and that Sasyam made me to land here. And Guruji's wonderful explanation of this Upanishad. Just it's a tremendous. I am following the language of English and Sanskrit, and the flow is okay, Guruji. Dhanyawada. Sarvebhyo Dhanyawada. Namaskara.
Thank you, Rajanji. And some time ago, you also told us why your name is spelled in a particular way. So
yeah, I used in French. Every time they purchase it in French, so I have to change it to
right.
In French. The French people will pronounce me as Rajan only, but others will have difficulty, or they will pronounce as Rajane Rajan like that. I am having one son and one daughter. Son is doing MS in Germany, and daughter is doing Ayurveda medical in Mahe. Rajiv Gandhi Ayurveda Medical College is there. Mahe she is doing.
Mahe, where it is?
Near Kozhikode, Guruji. Between Kozhikode and Kasaragod. Talasheri, near Talasheri.
Talasheri.
Near Talasheri.
Kozhikode, Talasheri.
Nearby.
Kannur.
Kozhikode, if you go, Kozhikode, Vanagara, or Mahe, then Talasheri, then Kannur, Kasaragod, then it goes to Mangalore. Like that.
Yeah.
Western.
Yeah.
Western. It's a part of Pondicherry, actually.
I see.
Pondicherry is having 4 regions. One is Pondicherry, another is Karaikal. That is famous for Tirunallar Shani Bhagavan temple. And Mahe is on the western coast. Yanam is in Godavari, that confluence point.
3 or 4 kilometers only, I think, no?
Kakinada. It's near Kakinada.
No, the Mahe is only 3-4 kilometers per meter, no?
Yes, it's very small town. These were the pockets occupied by French, so it is under Pondicherry. Even another pocket is at Chandranagar, that is in West Bengal. But that was not annexed to Pondicherry, that is with West Bengal only. They call it Chandan Nagar.
So there are 3 or 4 places in India, not in Pondicherry, but belong to Pondicherry, correct?
Yes, 4 places. Pondicherry, apart from Pondicherry, Karaikal, surrounded by Tamil Nadu, and Mahe surrounded by Kerala, and Yanam surrounded by Andhra. So they are having multi-languages, Tamil, Malayalam, and Telugu, apart from English also.
Okay. Thank you, Rajanji. Appreciate it.
Dhanyawad.
Thank you. Okay, we'll continue with the introductions. Got 8:10 here. Maybe we can have one more introduction. Sajeev, did you introduce yourself?
I did take much. I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anybody else who is not introduced? Satyaji is there. Satya Chilukuri. Go ahead and. You need to unmute yourself, Satyaji.
Haraprasad has introduced me to these classes in Bhagavad Gita about a year and a half ago, I guess, around that time. And I met you before in Houston when you were teaching Haraprasad's place and a couple of other Krishnan and Bhuana's place.
Right.
But I couldn't continue at that time. Now I have time and interest in learning quite a bit. Every time I attend these classes. These questions and answers are in Satsang are also helpful to me to understand that I may have the same questions, but I was afraid to ask or inhibited to ask. But when others ask, I get the answers and helpful to me. I have no introduction to Sanskrit, and I tried to learn and enrolled in a class in a different group, but somehow I could not continue with it. I have read Kathopanishad self-study and Bhagavad Gita self-study. My interest in spirituality was evoked by Chinmaya Mission past president. He came and gave 1 week lectures in Houston on chapter 18, which was more or less summary of Bhagavad Gita. Really, I learned quite a lot from those lectures and inspired me to get into spirituality. And second thing, which may be unusual, but since Mehraji and Narayanji were talking about yoga, in 2014, Yoga University from Bangalore conducted workshops in Houston under the name of Stop Diabetes Movement. So pre-diabetics and diabetics were enrolled in those programs, and for a 10-day course, 10-day workshop, and every evening there was a lecture for about 15 minutes or so. And one young lady talked about pranayama, and having practiced it and seen the effect of it, I was mesmerized what yoga can do to us if we practice it in the right way. Patanjali yoga I'm talking about. And gradually I got interested more in it, and actually I was volunteered also to teach the other candidates who enrolled in those programs. It has been a long journey, but it has been very rewarding journey.
Your profession, Satyaji?
I was a board certified pediatric surgeon, and I was on the faculty of Andhra Medical College before I left India to United States. And after coming here, I did 1 year of surgery, and they asked me to do all over again in surgery, and I switched to anesthesiology, which I practiced for over 30+ years. I retired about 10 years ago, and now I'm more a seeker of knowledge and spiritual knowledge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to have you. And I think Rani ji was attending the classes for some time there.
For some time, yes, she did.
Yeah. Good. So we'll conclude with that. Thanks for all those introductions. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanathaye Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanathaye Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वमयविनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay Kumar.
Thank you.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.